Every day, we wake up feeling things we don't know the exact terms about. Am I mentally exhausted or am I going through something serious? But seconds later, we find ourselves getting distracted from what we had just felt in loops and get into the hoops of escapism. Sometimes validating our feelings with the perfect code that matches our current situation, and sometimes indulging in memes and completely invalidating what we had just felt.
These are the results of higher consumption of social media with obviously other factors taken into consideration.
A study published in the Journal of Depression and Anxiety on 16th May 2020 mentioned that people who used social media the most were 2.7 times more likely to be depressed than participants who used social media the least.
We got into some of the whys of the impacts in our previous video, and here we are today with some more deep root causes again.
Unrealistic expectations. Expectations that do not fall in line with reality are termed as unrealistic, and they further add to our sadness. We fail to recognize the truth behind a situation and the amount of difficulties we have to encounter to achieve it. Are we being practical? But what is the impracticality that we are talking about, and how does social media add to it?
The standards are subjected to change, and yes, today, when defining beauty, we are much more inclusive than we were a generation ago. But is social media really being inclusive? We'll show you how it's not.
Increase in number of fashion bloggers and influencers who try to show how effortless it is to achieve the desirable face and body. Having a perfect hourglass figure, or having the sharp jawline, chiseled cheeks, or having the perfect beard line, being muscular, tall, or having the curly, messy hair girls adore.
Many have developed body dysmorphic disorder due to this reason. It is a mental illness involving obsessive focus on a perceived flaw in appearance, trying to emulate the beauty standards that are normally unattainable.
We would like to acknowledge a fact here that the fashion bloggers and influencers that have maintained their body are in a line that demands it from them. There is a makeup artist, a trainer, a dresser, a manager to help them get that perfect look. It is unrealistic for you and me to expect to look like that every day. This is where you respect their profession but also at the same time love yourself for who you are.
Social media have these beautifying filters which gives birth to insecurities by thinning down our face, broadening our eyes, and filling our lips. The constant overexposure to the filters makes us vulnerable to our flaws, and we want them fixed anyhow, and so on, just to make us look desirable. One of the reasons that the rates of plastic surgeries have gone so high is because of our wanting those future and feeling insecure about the ones we already have. This syndrome, rather known as Snapchat dysmorphia, is similar to body dysmorphia that we have talked before.
By mentioning what the filters might do to a person's mental state, we aren't implicating that one should stop using them. I mean, we all use such filters, but hiding behind those filters and not feeling worthy is and will be discouraged always. These beautifying filters make us believe that there is this benchmark that one needs to attain, and we discourage this practice of believing. We're just trying to show how it affects people.
There is a very thin line in the internet between body shaming and encouraging someone to have a healthy body. Beware of that line, because the former will curse you with insecurities, but the latter will bless you with a healthy lifestyle and a body you are comfortable in. Do not forget, self-love is the key.
Seeking validation with the amount of likes, shares, and comments in social media is what actually causes such problems. We take down a picture just because it did not get enough likes or engagement. In other words, the picture did not get sold fast. This kind of acceptance in social media is termed as social currency, wherein the likes, shares, and comments are termed as currency, and when one double taps, it is considered as a transaction of attention. in social media, we are the product, and by seeking this external validation, we are letting people attribute value to us.
All of us have heard mantras like be happier, be richer, be wealthier than the next person in line. Our culture has this tendency of always expecting more and striving for more without leaving any room for gratitude for the things we already have in our life.
Dreaming of a lifestyle only shown in pictures. It's all well and good until we compare our lives to what is shown online. Social media is nothing but everyone's highlight reels. Every user on social media posts their best pictures, their wins. The insecurities peep in when we compare others' highlight reels to those of our behind the scenes. Then we want more. Then we aren't happy with where we are at.
The idea of thriving for more or hearing all positive stuff all the time actually fixates on what we lack. We try to feel happier as though we are not happy already. The concept of wanting more comes with the feeling that we don't have enough, which leaves us empty and pale, adding to the plight.
Another thing that social media promotes is our expectations of the perfect relationship, be it romantic or platonic. We get upset if our friendship doesn't match the best friend goals, or our relationship is not as cute as the one we saw in the cute web series.
This is just an example. There are several other instances where cutting people off or taking such impulsive decisions seem legit, which isn't. And we are not trying to promote toxic relationships or telling you what to do. We are just trying to tell you that don't romanticize relationships and wounds. Your life is not a movie, it is a documentary. So keep it real.
This was the second episode of our social media series. We talked about some of the crucial factors that are inculcated into social media platforms that affect us to the extent that we are not social anymore when it comes to our social life.
The minds we travel scrolling through the screen is something we should take precautions against. As mentioned in the previous video, we have a question for you.
Are you using social media, or is social media using you?
If you want more episodes in this series, let us know in the comments section below. Also, hit the like and subscribe button and stay tuned. We'll come up with another video real soon.